junior, number 1, Derek Shepard. A 6'2" sophomore, number 10, Antoine.
Well, welcome back to the Battle of Rogers Avenue. Just better to get the boys game going here as the Northside Lady Bears won the girls game 60-28 as look for the first starting lineups for the ball game tonight. First for the Northside Bears, Grizzlies, they go with Derek Shepard, Antoine Thomas, Luke Young, Jeremiah Jackson, and Marco Smith. Marco Smith's a young man. So the starting lineup for the Southside Mavericks, they go with George Harrell along with Alex Roper, Trey Grant, Cooper Watson, and Jabron Sullivan. Southside coming off a big victory last Friday night against Bentonville West. They actually had a 17-point lead in the second half. West was able to come back and actually take a 2-point lead, but a big 3-point basket at the buzzer by George Harrell was the difference for the Mavs. Should be a good matchup tonight as you got some height there working for Northside. Marco Smith will be your big guy, along with Luke Young, 6'5" down low. Southside going to work out of a zone defense as the ball's going to be thrown away and out of bounds. Back to go to the Mavs. Northside going to work out of a man defense. Trey Grant will bring the ball across for the Mavs. It's kind of been the Mavs' MO. They get off to a pretty good start, and then they'll work a lead, and then the other team will make a comeback. Let's see what happens tonight, how the game's played out as they get the ball back to Roper. Penetrates in for about an 8-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Shepard. They'll stay with Southside. Ball goes off Derek Shepard. Southside will inbounds underneath their own basket with Cooper Watson. Again, Southside going with Harrell, Roper, Grant, Watson, and Sullivan. Get the ball in to George Harrell, the hero of last week's ball game. And here's fight for the ball, and it's going to be taken away by Luke Young. They get the ball over to Jeremiah Jackson as Derek Shepard wants to penetrate in. There's Marco Smith. Feeds it down low to Young. Goes under the basket, and we're going to have a foul called on Young. Actually, I believe they'll get him for being out of bounds, stepping on the baseline. Northside going to come with an early press as Trey Grant will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Swings it out to Roper for a 3 on the way. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Young will get the rebound for the Grizzlies. They want to push it in the front court with Shepard. Gets it over to Jackson. There's Marco Smith, and Smith is really good as far as they'll get the ball down low to Young, and he'll be fouled. They'll get Cooper Watson for the first foul. And that's going to be a key for Southside, is trying to stay out of foul trouble. Watson and Roper last week against Heritage both picked up 2 early fouls. Luke Young will go to the foul line for the Grizz. First one's up and it's good. Still kind of a feeling out process, just barely a minute into the ball game. Second free throw up, it's also good. So I don't know what they do over at Northside, but the girls and the boys seem to be really good free throw shooters, as Trey Grant will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Northside again working out of a man defense. They'll get it down to Cooper Watson. Swing it over to Jabron Sullivan. The ball's going to be taken away by Derek Shepard. He wants to push it into the front court. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson will penetrate the baseline, goes up for a shot, no good, as George Harrell gets the rebound. Gets over to Grant, who'll get it into the front court. Back to Cooper Watson. And Watson will fire it up from three if he gets a chance. A nice pass over to George Harrell for three on the way, off the side of the rim, no good. Shepard fights for the ball with Sullivan. Off of Sullivan, actually goes off of Shepard out of bounds back to Southside. Cooper Watson will inbounds for the Mavs. Get the ball into Sullivan. Sullivan will set the offense. Cooper Watson looks to penetrate down. Baseline taken away. Here's a three by Grant. On the way, it's going to be short. Ball tipped around. It'll be taken by Antoine Thomas. He goes all the way to the hole, fires it up for a shot, no good. And there's Luke Young going for the rebound. Goes down on the floor with the ball. It's going to be picked up by Thomas. Back over to Young. Swing it over to Marco Smith. Back up to Shepard. Will set the offense. Southside again working out of a man defense. And again, the key for this man defense, as we've seen in several ball games, is don't allow the penetration. They'll swing it up to Marco Smith. And the ball's going to be taken away by Trey Grant. He wants to push it up, gets it over to Roper. Will take it all the way to the hole. Goes up for the shot. It's good. They'll get Shepard for the foul. Shepard actually came up underneath him on the play. Roper will get a free throw here to try to get the three-point play, and it's up and it's good. Southside now leads 3-2. They'll put a little pressure in the backcourt with Trey Grant on Shepard. They'll switch off with Roper now up top. They'll swing it over to Marco Smith. He'll go back out to Shepard. He'll fire a three up from half court. I'll tell you, Shepard, I've watched him 2 or 3 times. He falls down a lot on three-point plays. Not sure what that's all about, but ball go back over to Northside. Southside got in a bit of a hurry there. Again, Southside going to put some pressure on the backcourt. Going to get a reach in on Trey Grant. That'll be his first personal foul, team second.
Foul call on number 5 for the Mavericks, Trey Grant. His first, second.
It's kind of fouls you want to kind of watch out if you can avoid getting those fouls. Those are kind of the cheap fouls you get. Northside will get the ball in the front court. They'll swing it down to Young for about a 15-footer up and no good. As Cooper Watson gets a rebound, tries to throw it down, it's going to be taken away and chased down by Jeremiah Jackson. Northside wants to hurry into the front court. There's a inside play, and the ball is no good. Picked up by Harrell. They'll get the ball to Trey Grant. Southside's going to slow it down here with 4:18 to go here, 3-2 score. Get it back to Cooper Watson. He's guarded by Young. We'll try to go inside to Roper. The ball's going to be taken away by Marco Smith. Get it down to Young. On the breakaway, goes up for the shot for 2. Luke Young now with 4 points in the ball game. Northside leads 4-3. Exactly 4 minutes to go here in the first period. Southside will walk it up here. Get the ball back to Cooper Watson. Goes corner to Roper, who will go up from about 15 up, and it's good. Alex Roper with 5 early points for the Mavs. Southside leads 5-4 here. feed the ball down to Young. He'll go up for the shot. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jabron Sullivan. That's going to be a key. You've got Young at 6'5" and Marco Smith 6'8". That's going to be a tough matchup for Cooper Watson down low. Swing it back out to Jabron Sullivan and fire up a three. It's up on the way. It's good! Southside now leads 8-4. Got that open look, and if he can finish those, that's going to open up the inside for the Mavs. Here's a three on the way up and off the rim by Smith. No good. Sullivan gets the rebound down as Grant wants to push it up. He'll slow it down now. Again, Northside working out of a man defense. They'll feed Cooper Watson down in the low post. Looks to go the hole. Will take it to the hole strong and gets his own rebound, goes up, and he's going to be fouled. We'll get 2 shots. Actually looked like he was fouled on the play before. That's Derek Shepard, his second personal foul. First free throw up and good. First points of the ball game for Watson. Dry Bundle will check in for the Mavs. Second free throw up, and it's also good. Southside now leads 10-4. Bundle will check in for Jabron Sullivan. And now we're going to have a whistle. But they're going to get Trey Grant again. That's his second personal foul. Lee Prince Jr. will check in the ball game for the Mavs. Try to avoid any more fouling if they can here. They'll swing the ball down low to Luke Young. A nice inside pass for 2. That's Antoine Thomas, but give credit to Luke Young on the give and go pass. Lee Prince will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Prince brings a lot of energy in there on both ends of the floor. As here's a nice drive by Cooper Watson for the slam. 2 points for Cooper Watson. The Northside defender turned his back on the play. Watson blows past him for the easy basket. They'll feed the ball down low to Luke Young again, back out to Marco Smith. He looks to penetrate in, and we'll take it inside. Let's see, it's going to be a block called on Dry Bunda. It'll be Bunda's first personal foul. Be 2 free throws from Marco Smith. Dry Bunda will give him some good minutes here. Here's the first free throw by Smith off the back of the rim and no good. As Devin Jones checks in for the Grizzlies. Smith will get a second free throw here. Second one up and no good, but the rebound's pulled down by Antoine Thomas. They'll set the offense up here. It's going to be a key, too, is the rebounding. There's a nice move by Marco Smith. He's not able to finish, and let's see, going to call a foul on the floor. I believe they'll get Roper. Team 5th, so there'll be 2 free throws for the Grizzlies. One thing Southside's going to have to do a better job of is they're going to have to not let Northside just control the boards like they have so far. Antoine Thomas will go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw's up and no good. So we got to be careful too with Marco Smith. He's got that 6'8" frame, but he can jump out of the gym, and you've got to be sure and block him off the ball. So it'll be the job of Cooper Watson on this play. Thomas will get a second free throw here. Second one's up, and it's good. That's the Southside lead to 5. Lee Prince Jr. will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Looks to penetrate in, and we'll swing it back out. That's Bunda. Back over to Cooper Watson. Ball's going to be taken away by Smith.
Now calling number 23 for Southside. Cooper Watson, his second.
That's his second personal foul, and that's a tough one right there. It really looked like Marco Smith was going down. Looked like he may have tripped over his own feet. Wish we had a replay on that one. But that's a tough call on Watson. You really don't want to get him in foul trouble, and that's what's happening here early is Marco Smith makes the first free throw. Matthew Rashidi will check in for the Mavs. Got to watch those fouls. You got two with two fouls now with Trey Grant along with Cooper Watson. So you're going to have to find that the size somewhere. They get the ball up quickly. Back over to Lee Prince Jr. will drive to the lane, goes up for the shot. A lot of contact, but no call. Here's Shepard all the way for two. That's the lead to 12-11. There's a nice inside play to Rashidi for two. Matthew Rashidi on the board, his first 2 points of the ball game. Nice pass though by George Harrell, finding Rashidi down open, banks it off the glass for two. Let's see if Northside wants to hold for the last shot here. Another corner to Shepard. Shepard looks to penetrate in, will fire up a three. It's going to be short, no good, and there's Rashidi with the rebound. Get some good minutes from Rashidi here with Cooper Watson in foul trouble. Southside needs to hurry and get it across, and the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Marco Smith. 8.9 seconds to go here. Southside can hold for the last shot with a 3-point lead.
Now in the game for the Grizzlies, number 22, Alex Flake.
Southside hold for the last shot as Lee Prince Jr. will bring it across. Looks to penetrate in. Will fire up a three on the way. It's up and off the back of the rim, no good, and that'll be the end of the first period as Southside going to have a 3-point lead here. If we look at the first quarter scoring summary, first for the Mavs. Alex Roper, your leading scorer with 5 points. Cooper Watson with 4 points, but 2 fouls. Jabron Sullivan with 3, and Matthew Rashidi came off the bench to get a rebound and 2 points for the Mavs. Ball from Northside, Derek Shepard with 2, Antoine Thomas with 3, Luke Young, your leading scorer with 4 points, Marco Smith with 1 point, and it was the first period really for Southside. I think the key for them had to be they're going to have to try to negate some of that hype that Northside has, and with Marco Smith along with Luke Young. Cooper Watson should back in for the Mavs. Harrell tries to take it to the basket, taken away. Will swing it over to Jabron Sullivan, looks to penetrate in. Tries to go back to Roper, will be knocked out of bounds. Ball goes off Jeremiah Jackson, back to the Mavs. Take it in from the side. Southside leads again 14-11, just starting the second period. The ball out to Roper. Here's your leading scorer in the first period with 5 points. We'll fire up a three here that's up off the rim, no good. And there's Jabron Sullivan fighting for the rebound. The ball's going to be taken away by Luke Young, but goes out of bounds back to the Mavs. A good job by Sullivan. They had 3 Grizzly defenders in there, and they were able to get in between them and force the ball to get knocked loose and a turnover on the Grizzlies. Southside going to have to take a timeout here. Actually, they're going to call a 5-second call on Southside.
Back in for the Grizzlies, number 21, Marco Smith.
Marco Smith will check back in for the Grizzlies. They're the original starting lineup with the exception to Devin Jones. As going to be a backcourt call on Shepherd. Yeah, Lee Prince doing a good job along with Trey Grant, really frustrating Shepherd in the backcourt. The Northside coach not real happy with the way the play turned out as Lee Prince Jr. will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Like his defense, he comes on, plays hard, gives a good effort. Here's a nice give and go pass to Roper for two. Fake back, go inside. Nice pass by Cooper Watson. 2 points, 7 points now for Alex Roper. Leads the way for the Mavs. Going to swing it inside, down low. They'll go down low, and they'll get a foul call, and they'll get it on Cooper Watson, I believe. Let's see. Actually, they get on Jabron Sullivan. That's a break for the Mavs. Be 2 free throws for Luke Young. He's 2 for 2 from the foul line so far tonight. First free throw's up and good. Young with 5 points in the ball game. Second one up, also good. Northside coming with the press, but not really trying to trap or anything, just putting more pressure in the backcourt. Lee Prince gets it in the front court. Ball over to Roper will set the offense. Got 13 seconds on the shot clock. He'll go inside and they'll get fouled as they'll get Antoine Thomas his first personal foul. Good aggressive move by Alex Roper. Alex Roper will go to the line for 2 free throws. Got 7 points in the ball game. First free throw up and it's good. Alex Flake will check back in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Second free throw up off the back of the rim, no good. Flake gets a rebound for the Grizzlies. Shepherd will walk it up into the front court. Lee Prince Jr., that's a good matchup with Shepherd. They'll feed the ball down low to Flake, makes a nice back pass, and they'll get a foul call on a push with Jabron Sullivan, be his second personal foul. And while you don't like to get the foul call, that's actually a nice play by Sullivan because Marco Smith, a 6'8" frame, actually had position under the basket, so might have saved 2 points there. They'll get the ball in to Thomas. Gets it over to Flake. Flake looks to penetrate in. There's a nice pass, give and go pass to Luke Young from Derek Shepherd. Young now with 8 points in the ball game. Cuts the lead down to 2 for the Mavs. Get the ball to Cooper Watson. Looks to penetrate in, and let's see, should be a block call. They'll get Luke Young.
Foul call on number 20 for the Grizzlies. Luke Young, his first, second team foul. At the line, shooting 2 for Southside. Number 23, Cooper Watson.
Yeah, they were trying to work to try to get the call maybe against Watson, but that was a play where Young, both his feet were moving at the same time. Fairly easy call. First free throw up and good for Watson now with 5 points in the ball game, 3 for 3 from the foul line. Second free throw up and good. Cooper now with 6 points in the ball game. You got Watson with 6 and Alex Roper with 8 leading the Mavs. Southside matching up again in that man defense. They'll feed the ball down low to Thomas. Thomas goes up for the shot, no good, and There's a play by Luke Young, gets the ball inside for 2, and he'll be fouled. That's on Jabron Sullivan, his 3rd personal foul. Free throws up, and it's good. Young, really good free throw shooter, 5 for 5 from the foul line. He has 11 points in the ball game. Cooper Watson going to fire a 3 up off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Antoine Thomas. Gets the ball to Derek Shepard into the front court. Over to Flake. To Young, back to Flake. Ball's going to be tipped around, picked up by Shepard. Here's about a 15-footer by Marco Smith, no good. Rebound pulled down, a good play by Lee Prince Jr. to knock the ball away, and it's going to be picked up by Alex Roper into the front court. Nice move inside, swings it over. Here's an open look, 3 on the way by Jabron Sullivan. It's good! That's 6 points for Sullivan in the ball game. He's got 2 3-pointers. Hitting those open looks, that's what Southside needs. Southside working out of his own defense. Here's a 3 on the way by Shepard, and it's good. Derek Shepard now with 5 points in the ball game. Southside with the 1-point lead here as Lee Prince will walk it up into the front court. Back over to Sullivan. Sullivan looks to penetrate inside, gets it back over to Roper. He'll take it all the way to the hole for 2. He's able to beat Marco Smith to the basket. And Smith's ball game too, I think they put him up top. And here's a steal by Lee Prince. He's going to go in, takes it up against Flake, and we're going to have a foul on Flake. That's Alex Flake will get the foul as Lee Prince Jr. will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Lee Prince Jr. will have 2 free throws here. First one's up and it's good.
Check that the foul for your side was on number 22, Alex Flake.
Lee Prince brings a lock to this team. I love his defense as Gerard Bunda checks back in for the Mavs. Prince will get a second one here. It's up and it's also good. And they'll check him out of the ball game as Trey Grant will check back in the ball game for the Mavs. Southside head by 5 here. So get the ball to Marco Smith to Antoine Thomas. Here's a 3 by Flake on the way. It's going to be short. Fight for the rebound, and Cooper Watson, actually going to call it off of Watson out of bounds. It's been the effective thing for the Grizzlies here in the first half has been their ability to work down low and make some plays, especially with Luke Young. Big ball game here with 11 points. Again, they'll swing it down low post to Young, who makes a nice move to the inside for 2. That's a play, too, where good job by, Watson did all he could do down there, but you don't want to pick up that 3rd foul if you can help it. Southside ahead by 3, 26-23, 3:21 to go here. Watson will set the offense up. Gets it back over to George Harrell. He loses his balance. He's going to lose the ball. Picked up by Flake. Wants to push in the front court with Shepard. Shepard will drive all the way in. Goes off the glass. Good. Southside just needs to take their time here, run their set offense, and he'll be a 3-point shot away by Watson, no good. And they're going to get Trey Grant over the back. That'll be his 3rd personal foul. Southside gets some players in foul trouble. As Grant with 3, Cooper Watson 2, and Jabron Sullivan with 3. Lee Prince will check back in. Northside with a chance to take the lead here. Southside had a 5-point lead. Northside on a 4-0 run so far. They'll get the ball down to Marco Smith for about a 6-footer, and it's good. Marco Smith now with 3 points in the ball game. Southside leads, and I believe this is the first time tonight they lead 27-26. 2:19 to go here. Here's a three on the way by Roper. It's off and no good. Rebound pulled down by Alex Flake. Gets the ball to Marco Smith into the front court. Again, Southside working man defense. Here's a penetration down low. They'll get it to Young, up for two more. Luke Young having a big ball game tonight with 15 points. 3-point lead, an AO run here for Northside. Key for Southside is stop the damage, take your time, and get some points here. Roper looks to set the offense up. Gets the ball over to Gerard Bunda. Back to Roper. Had an open look, doesn't take it. Back to Cooper Watson. Will fire a three on the way off the back of the rim, no good. As Antoine Thomas gets the rebound down. Northside going to hold it here with 1:22 to go. It's been the Luke Young show here in the first half. They'll feed it down low to Marco Smith for two more. That inside game's just been really tough on the Mavs with Marco Smith along with Luke Young. There's a nice drive by Roper. Stops the bleeding right there. Cuts the lead back down to three. Northside was on a 10-0 run before that basket. So you got 50 seconds. There's a three on the way by Young. No good as Harrell gets the rebound. That's what you want to get him out there. Luke Young's really tough under the basket. Let him shoot those open jumpers from about 15, 18 feet. Get him away from the basket. Southside a chance to close here. There's a nice penetration down low. And let's see, it's going to be a charge called on Lee Prince. Be the 15th foul, but a player control foul, so won't be shooting free throws there. Northside can hold for the last shot if they so desire. Shepard will walk it up into the front court. Northside made a mini run here late in the second period to open up the lead. So get the ball down low and should be a jump ball, and they're going to call a foul. We'll get Gerard Bunda for the foul, his second personal foul. Young's had a very good ball game at the foul line.
Number 34, Devin Jones. Number 12, Jeremiah Jackson.
Get a second free throw here. Second free throw up, and it's good. Northside now leads by 5. See if they want to hold. Southside wants to hold for the last shot here. Get the ball over to Bunda. Bunda will fire a three up from the corner. It's up, it's good! 3 points by Bunda. Here's a steal by Lee Prince. Goes up for the shot. It's good! A nice finish by the Mavs. They'll tie this up at half, 33-33. And what a nice finish. You get the three-pointer by Gerard Bunda. Get Southside back in it. Then Lee Prince Jr. with the steal and finish to tie the game up at 33. What a fun first half of the ball game here we've seen for both teams. You got a pretty good crowd here. It's going to be a fun second half. I can tell you that right now. Northside made a nice run in the second period to actually take the lead. Actually got a 5-point lead there. Southside goes on a 5-0 run right at the end of the half to tie it up at 33. As we'll have some activities going on here in just a bit, I believe we'll have the walk-ons opportunity maybe to, I think we'll have a Northside and a Southside student come out. And if you make a layup, you get a $25 gift card to walk-ons. A free throw, you get a $50 gift card. And if you make one from half court, you get it all year long. And I'll tell you what, if you get it all year long, I'll be your best friend. I love walk-ons. We've got Michael Beaumont out here, and he's going to bring out somebody. And let's go ahead and we'll hold it right here until we get it going. I believe we're going to have some halftime festivities too with the Southern Bells. Will come out here. And we'll go ahead and take a break here as they're going to get down here and do the walk-ons, and then going to get to see the Southside cheerleaders. Always a treat to get to see the cheerleaders come out, just nationally recognized group. And We'll be back here with the scoring summary in just a bit. You're watching Southside Maverick basketball on Maverick TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor your Southside Maverick cheerleader.
Hey, you went flying with the squirrel. Hey, you went driving around the world. Hey, you went brown like a squirrel. Hey, you went shaking down pearl. Hey, you went Rolls Royce car. Hey, you went Rolls Royce truck. Oh, you gonna water all my hoe. Oh, you gonna light it all up. Hey, I'm gonna play it how it is. Hey, I'm gonna play it No, there's nothing that I gotta prove. You think your words will make me black and blue, but I think I'm pretty with these old boots on. I think it's funny when I drink too much. You try to tell me you can go to, 'cause I don't wanna be nobody else. I like to keep my out of my front teeth, and I got that tattoos you won't believe. So you got a chance to get so. My hands are dirty and my heart is cold. The boys I've been with say I got no soul. And they said I'll never be the poster type, but they only posters of my kind of life. So you got a chance to get a soul on it. I can go
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Walk-On Bistro's Basketball Challenge. For the Walk-Ons Challenge, one member of the Southside Student Section and one member of the Northside Student Section have been chosen to attempt to make a layup, a free throw, and a half-court shot in 30 seconds. If they make all 3 shots in 30 seconds, they win free Walk-Ons food for a year. All of this has been made by our sponsor, Walk-On Sports Bistro. Tonight's first contestant from Southside, Carter Zimmerman. Layup. Free throw. Carter's going to receive a $50 gift card and Walk-On's merchandise. Great job and congratulations to Carter Zimmerman. And from Northside, our contestant tonight is Olivia Roller. A layup, a free throw, and a half-court shot. That's the layup. for supporting Portsmouth Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Southside Competition Cheer 50-50 drawing. Get out your tickets. Southside Competition Cheer team has the opportunity to represent Fort Smith and Southside in Orlando on February the 8th at the UCA National Cheer Competition. This trip would not be possible without the support of our community. Thank you so much for purchasing a 50-50 ticket tonight. The winner tonight will be going home with $325. Get your tickets out. The winning ticket number is 3689837. Once again, the winning ticket 3689837. If you have that ticket, come down to the sports table where I am waiting. Show us your ticket and we're going to give you $325. Congratulations to the Southside Cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Southside student Devin Huggins is walking away with $325. Congratulations to Devin. Congratulations to the Southside Cheer squad. Great job.
Hello. Welcome back. Just about ready to start the second half here as we look at the first half scoring summary. First for the Mavs, Alex Roper led the way with 12 points. Cooper Watson 6, Jabron Sullivan 6, Lee Prince 4, Dry Bunda, big three-pointer at the end of the half. Matthew Rashidi came off the bench, gave Southside 2 or 3 good minutes with 2 points. Derek Shepard 7 for the Grizzlies. Antoine Thomas 3. Leading scorer for the Grizzlies with 17 points is Luke Young. Marco Smith with 5 rounds out the scoring for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies only played 7 players in the first half, with Southside getting in early foul trouble, had to go with the deep bench, played over 10 players in the first half. And key is maybe slowing Luke Young down. He had a big first half for the Grizzlies. That'll be a key here in the second half. And what a great finish for the first half for the Mavs as they were down by 5, but they got a big 3 points from Jariah Bunda from the corner, then a steal by Lee Prince for a basket to tie it up. As we start the second half here, tied up at 33. Northside will get the ball to start the second half. Try to feed the ball down low, and the ball's going to be taken away by Cooper Watson. Watson does a good job with that no-look pass. We get the ball in the front court as Lee Prince Jr. will start the second half for the Mavs. Okay, Southside some really good minutes. A nice drive by Jabron Sullivan for 2. Sullivan now with 8 points in the ball game. Southside leads 35-33. Feed the ball down low. There's about an 8-footer by Luke Young for 2. Luke Young having a big ball game with 19 points. Cooper Watson walk the ball up. As Lee Prince wants to penetrate, there's an open look for Sullivan. Will fire one up from about 8 feet. That's no good. Marco Smith wants to run it down. We'll get the ball down to Luke Young from about 9 feet. Up no good as Harrell goes for the rebound. And we'll go back over to Southside as Antoine Thomas touches the ball on the way out. Northside wanting to put some pressure on here as they're really not trying to trap, just putting some backcourt pressure. Now it looks like they may want to try to trap here, so they'll change up the defense a bit. Roper will get it up into the front court, takes it all the way down to George Harrell for 2. Well, what a nice job by Alex Roper playing under control, was able to break the press, get inside, and find Harrell for the layup. There's about an 8-footer by Luke Young for 2 more. He's now got 21 points in the ball game. Northside going to back it up just a bit. Look like they're wanting to maybe trap it about midcourt. Now they'll back up. A nice move by Cooper Watson. Can't finish. He'll go up again. He'll be fouled by Marco Smith. That'll be his first personal foul. So Watson will go to the line for 2 free throws. Be the first team foul of the third period against Northside. First free throw up, and it's good. Cooper Watson 5 for 5 from the foul line in this ball game. We'll get a second one here. Second one up off the back of the rim, though. Good rebound by Luke Young. Northside wants to set the offense up. They'll swing cross court to Shepard. Back up to Marco Smith. Jeremiah Jackson gets it back up to Smith. They'll feed inside Antoine Thomas to Luke Young, and he'll miss the shot. And there's a rebound by Jabron Sullivan. Mavs going to push in the front court with Lee Prince. Looks to penetrate in. We'll take it all the way to the hole. We'll go up for the shot, and he's going to be fouled. That'll be Marco Smith, his second foul. Second team foul, the second foul on Smith here in the second half, as Prince will go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw up, and it's good. Prince having a solid ball game, both running the offense and scoring some points and playing some solid defense. This is the second one. Southside leads by 2. Just barely into the second half, about 2.5 in now. A feed inside to Thomas, and Thomas wanted to take a shot. He backs up. There's going to be a steal as Roper will make a steal. Jackson's going to penetrate, try to take the ball away. Actually took the ball away from Jackson. Watson looks to penetrate. We'll take it all the way in. Goes underhand. It's good. Watson now with 9 points in the ball game. Increases the Southside lead to 4. What a nice move, though. They took away the layup part, so he does the underhand scoop shot from the backside for 2. Watson now with 9 points in the ball game. Alex Roper leads the Mavs with 12 points. While Luke Young having a solid ball game for the Grizzlies with 21 points. It's been kind of a back and forth game. No team is, I think, probably the biggest lead in the ball game that I can think of right now. I think both teams had a 5-point lead at one time, and Northside had a 5-point lead going almost into the half. Southside gets a big basket from Jariah Bunda, a big three from the corner. Then it's still by Lee Prince Jr. for the layup to end the half, tying it up at 33. Southside's outscored Northside here in the second half by 4. So Alex Flake will check in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Shepard will set the offense up for Northside. Southside still working on that man defense, has been very effective. Here's a nice penetration by Thomas, fires up for a shot, and let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be on Southside. It'll be Cooper Watson, his third personal foul. Antoine Thomas will go to the line for 2 free throws. More importantly, that's 3 fouls on Cooper Watson. First free throw up and no good. Thomas will get a second one here. Thomas 1 for 3 from the foul line tonight. Second free throw up and it's good. Yeah, the key with Northside, though, when they get on the foul line, you've got Marco Smith along with Luke Young. You've got to block them out. Prince will bring it in the front court for the Mavs. Gets it back over to Cooper Watson. Watson looks to penetrate in. We'll go fire one up from about 8 feet. That's going to be tipped away by Luke Young and stolen. Gets it out to Marco Smith into the front court. Southside working out of a man defense again. Matching up well as he get the fake, but he had his foot he had planted went up. That was Antoine Thomas called for the walk. Midway through the third period, Southside leads by 3. Been a very good back and forth ball game. It's what you'd like to see in the Battle of Rogers Avenue. Braun Sullivan looks to penetrate in. Swings it over to Alex Roper. Back up top to George Harrell. Boy, you'd like to see George get open, maybe have a chance at a couple of threes. Here's a nice inside move. They'll swing it back out to Lee Prince for a 3 on the way. It's up, it's good! And Lee Prince actually got knocked to the floor on the play. Lee Prince had a really solid ball game. There's a 3 by Marco Smith, up and no good as Cooper Watson gets the rebound. Alex Roper going to penetrate the lane from about 8 feet, up and no good. Nice move nonetheless by Roper. Rebound pulled down by Derek Shepard. Grizzlies getting in the front court. There's a nice inside pass to Young, and they were able to work the ball down low, and once they get it down low, there's not much Southside could do because Cooper Watson doesn't want to get a 4th foul here. Lee Prince brings the ball across for the Mavs. Get the ball to George Harrell. Actually might have had a look there if they had recognized it from the beginning. Nice inside pass, and there's a nice move by Alex Roper on a nice pass from Cooper Watson. Roper now with 14 points in the ball game. Southside increases his lead up to 6. Southside working out of more of a zone defense now. Kind of a matchup zone defense. Feed the ball down into Young. There's blocked by Cooper Watson. Watson wants to push it up. Makes a pass over to the side. A no-look pass to Roper, who fires it up from about 8 feet. It's good! Roper now with 16 points. Southside on a mini run here. Their biggest lead of the ball game at 8, 48-40. Doing a good job of matching up, and let's see. There's a block as Shepard tries to take it to the inside. I'll tell you, Cooper Watson really asserting himself. This Lee Prince going to drive it in, fires it up from about 8 feet, no good. Northside going to turn the ball over, and Northside going to take a timeout here. Trying to get things under control just a bit. Southside, what a good job, though. Alex Roper stepping up big, now has 16 points in the ball game. Cooper Watson with 9 points, but what he's done on the defensive end, a couple of big blocks and really nice passes to get some open looks for Southside. Jabron Sullivan with 8 points. Lee Prince, a big ball game tonight. He has 8 points. Well, on the other side for the Grizzlies, Derek Shepard with 7 points, but the big man for Northside tonight has definitely been Luke Young. He's got 23 points in the ball game. Marco Smith with 5 points. Been a nice run by the Mavs, and again, it goes back to that end of the first half. Northside had a mini run, was doing really good, and it opened up a pretty good sized lead. And there was a nice throw by a cheerleader getting it up into the second deck, and was able to open up a bit of a lead there. But Southside, again, a big finish at the end of the half with Gerard Bunda knocking down a 3, and then a steal by Lee Prince Jr. for 2 to tie it up. And also give credit, too, to Matthew Rashidi came in when Cooper Watson got his second foul. He was able to get a basket, get a rebound, and played some solid defense and just was able to work the quarter out and take a little time off the clock for the Mavs. Going to get the ball down low, and that's Harrell going to take it all the way down. He's going to go up for an underhand scoop. It's good! It's the only way you can really finish that. You had Marco Smith down low, and he's got the height advantage there, and that's about all you could really do. Going to feed the ball inside to Antoine Thomas. He'll fire one up from about 8 feet. No good. Gets his own rebound, but fired up again. No good. And there's Jabron Sullivan with the rebound for the Mavs. Mavs want to push it up here. Get the ball over to Sullivan. Sullivan's been hot from the three-point line. Will swing it across court to Lee Prince. I'll tell you, Lee Prince has really stepped up. Trey Grant got in foul trouble, and Prince has really stepped up big. Swing it back out to Roper, and
Back in the game for Northside, number 34.
going to call a walk on Roper. Not sure about that one. 2 steps and a jump shot. Got 50 seconds to go here. See what Northside wants to do. Southside doing a good job, really, of controlling things. Here's a 3 by Flake on the way. No good. Fight for the rebound, and Flake's going to get it to the outside, and they're going to work it back down low to the inside, and there's a follow-up, and 2 points for Devin Jones, his first 2 points of the ball game. And Southside can hold for one shot if they so desire, as Northside going to put a little pressure on in the backcourt. Got a little bit of a change in defense as they got Jones actually fronting the point now. Swing the ball to Harrell, who'll fire 3 up on the way. It's off and no good. Northside will have a chance with the last shot here. Kind of been the ball game so far as they'll work the ball down to Luke Young. Makes a nice inside spin move. No good. Rebound by Cooper Watson. We'll swing it back out, and there's a 3 on the way, and they're going to call a foul on Roper. I'm not sure about that call, though, really. They'll get Roper for the foul, but every time Shepard goes up for a shot, he tends to flop. Shepard will get 3 shots here. That's a tough break for the Mavs because the fact that they had a chance to really close it out. But Harrell had a good look he couldn't turn down. First free throw's up, and it's good. Northside with a chance to close here late. Southside had a 10-point lead. This could be a 5-0 run for Northside if Shepard's able to make the free throws. And the key for Southside's got to be, and he'll miss the second one, the key for Southside's going to be, if they miss the second one, is to block out and get the rebounds. I'll have Luke Young on the same side as Cooper Watson. There's a free throw on the way. It's up and it's good. Shepard makes 2 of 3. Southside going to try to fire it up. There's a fire up by, not really you got a lot to do with that. A good job by Southside, really just trying to get something there. But I know that they might, I think Coach Adams would have liked to have been able to hold for that last shot if at all possible. But Harrell had a really good look at a 3, and you know, you get that look, you don't get it often, so you take it. As we look at the scoring summary through 3 periods, George Harrell, 4 points for the Mavs. Alex Roper, 16. Cooper Watson, 9. Jabron Sullivan, 8. Lee Prince, 8. Jari Bunda, 3. Matthew Rashidi with 2. While for Northside, Derek Shepard with 9 points. Antoine Thomas has 4 points in the ball game. Luke Young, 23. And Marco Smith, 5. Devin Jones off the bench for 2 points. Been a lot of fun tonight. Southside leads by 6, 50-44. No team's led by more than 8. Actually, Southside did have a double-digit lead at 50-40. Northside's able to cut into that lead with a couple of late baskets in the third period to cut the lead down. Southside will get the ball, start the fourth period. It's been a fun ball game. It's been one of those games that you talk to the Battle of Rogers Avenue. This is what you want to see happen. Is Trey Grant tracks back into the ball game for the Mavs for Lee Prince. Prince gave some good minutes for Grant, who got in early foul trouble. Still has 3 fouls. Southside look to work it down. They'll work it down. They'll try to get a shot off, and a lot of contact down low, but no foul call. Northside will get the ball back. Southside going to work out of a 1-1-3 zone defense. So really kind of had to because of the ability of Northside to get the ball and get the inside position down low. They've done a good job of not allowing penetration, but it's been the height that Northside's had. It's kind of taking advantage of things. They'll get the ball down to Jones. He'll swing it back out to Shepard for a 3. It's up on the way, no good. Terrell will get the rebound down for the Mavs, gets the ball to Trey Grant, who will slow it down. Barely a minute into the fourth period here. Get the ball over to George Harrell. Back to Trey Grant. He'll fire a 3 up from the side off, no good. Fight for the rebound. Should be Southside ball as the ball goes off Luke Young. Coach going to take a 30-second timeout here to kind of settle the Mavs down. Played about just barely over a minute here in the fourth period. No team has scored yet. Southside with a 6-point lead. Now, Northside doesn't go very deep. They've only had 2. They go with basically 7 players. It's a 7-man rotation. They've had Devin Jones and Alex Flake have played some, but basically that's been about it. Southside has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players tonight. See what Coach Adams wants to do after the timeout. One thing he is doing different here, they're going with usually have Cooper Watson inbound. They're going to have Jabron Sullivan inbound this time. Going to swing it back out to George Harrell. Back to Roper. Down low to Cooper Watson. He'll work inside, goes up for a shot. There's a lot of contact again, but no foul call. Nice move by Marco Smith, and going to call a block on Cooper Watson.
Now call on number 23 for Southside. Cooper Watson, his first.
Sometimes you just got to shake your head, and that's one right there because Cooper Watson was set to take the charge. They'll work the ball inside to Marco Smith, who goes up for a shot, and Mr. Braun Sullivan, he has 4.
Second team foul at the line, shooting number 1 for Northside, Derek Shepard.
First free throw's up and good. Yeah, you look at the foul discrepancy. There's been 15 fouls called on the Mavericks, while only 7 fouls called on the Grizzlies. As Matthew Rashidi will check back in, hopefully give the Mavs a couple of good minutes. Second free throw up, and it's good. Shepard now with 11 points in the ball game. Cuts the Southside lead to 4. Trey Grant will bring it up for the Mavs. It's interesting they've got Devin Jones guarding the ball. Nice inside pass to Grant. As Grant looks to penetrate in, and we'll get it back to George Harrell. Guarded by Marco Smith. Yeah, I think that's intentional. They have Marco Smith out there because it'd be hard to get a three-point shot off on him. Here's Trey Grant taking it all the way in. We'll go up for the shot. It should be a block. He'll get Antoine Thomas for his second personal foul.
Number 10 for Northside, Antoine Thomas, his second, first team foul of the fourth quarter at the line for the Mavericks. Number 5, Trey Grant.
Trey Grant with 2 free throws here. First one's up and it's good. First points of the night for Grant. Hasn't got to play as much as I know he'd like to tonight. Got in early foul trouble. So Alex Flake will check back in for the Grizzlies, replacing Devin Jones. I don't believe Smith, Young, or Shepard have come out of the ball game tonight for the Grizzlies. Southside going to work again out of a 2-3 zone defense, which you've really got to with Cooper Watson out of the ball game. Is Luke Young going to lose the ball out of bounds? Good job by Matthew Rashidi stepping down low and taking away the baseline. Now Northside going to put a little bit of pressure on. Now they'll back off with Thomas on Grant. Kind of give them 2 or 3 different looks. They've put some pressure at times, and they'll go with here's a 3 on the way by Harrell up off the back of the rim, though good. The rebound chased down by Trey Grant. Back to Alex Roper. Roper will set the offense. Back to Jabron Sullivan, looks to penetrate in. With the ball to Rashidi, back to Grant. He is tripped on the play, no call. There's a nice move by Shepard down low to Thomas. The ball's going to be taken away by Rashidi. Gets it over to Grant. Grant looks to push it up. We'll take it all the way in, and let's see. Of course, it's going to be a charge. It'll be 4 fouls on Trey Grant. Cooper Watson checked back in the ball game. Got some good minutes from Matthew Rashidi. Southside has 3 players with 4 fouls apiece. You've got Grant, Watson, and Jabron Sullivan, while nobody in foul trouble from Northside. There's the steal. Good job by Cooper Watson, knocking the ball away. Southside with the lead by 5. I'll have Antoine Thomas guard the ball. Here's the 3 on the way by Roper, up off the side of the rim, no good. And fighting for the ball is Cooper Watson, will knock it out of bounds. Scoring kind of slowing down a bit here with Southside with a 5-point lead. Almost halfway through the fourth period. Southside again working out of his zone defense out of necessity. Here's the 3 on the way by Flake, up and it's good. 3-point basket by Alex Flake cuts the lead down to 2. Grant will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Work the ball down low to Cooper Watson. Going to have a block call. It'll be on Luke Young, his second personal foul.
Luke Young, his second team foul.
Second team foul on the Grizzlies here in the fourth period. Southside went inbound underneath their basket with Cooper Watson. Get the jump, Bron Sullivan for the layup. It's good! What a great no-look pass, too. It'll be on Alex Flake.
His second, 13th foul at the line, shooting one. Number 20.
Bron Sullivan, a big ball game tonight for the Mavs, but he's in double figures now with 10 points. Free throws up, going to be a bit short as Luke Young gets the rebound. Southside up by 4. Here's a three on the way by Shepard, up and it's good. Big basket by Derek Shepard. Shepard now with 14 points in the ball game. Cuts the Southside lead down to 1. Get the ball, Cooper Watson down low to Roper, to Jabron Sullivan. Back to Roper. Roper looks to penetrate in, back to George Harrell. Fire for three up on the way, it's no good. They're going to get Luke Young for the foul. That's his third personal foul, team fourth. Cooper Watson will go to the foul line, looking to be in double figures here for the Mavs. Free throws up, and it's good. He's 6 out of 7 from the foul line tonight. Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound chased down by Alex Flake. 2:45 to go here in the ball game. Been a fun ball game tonight. Battle of Rogers Avenue, everything you hope it would be. Northside going to work it around. They'll feed inside. That's Luke Young, who will go up strong for the shot. No good. Gets his own rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds. Should be a push-off on Southside. To Jabron Sullivan, be his fifth personal foul. See what Southside wants to do here. Going to check Jariah Bunda back into the ball game.
Back in the game for Southside, number 12, Jariah Bunda.
There's a three on the way by Flake, up off the side of the rim, no good. There's about a 15-footer up and no good. And Cooper Watson gets a rebound. He's hacked on the arm. He's hacked again, and finally they'll make the call. That's on Antoine Thomas, his third personal foul. This will be 2 foul shots for Cooper Watson.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Mavericks, number 23, Cooper Watson.
Cooper Watson to go to the foul line with 2 free throws. Got 2:18 to go here in the ball game. It's been a very fun ball game. Both teams fighting for this one. Free throws up and off the back of the rim, no good. Watson has 10 points in the ball game. Second free throw up and it's good. Shooters make adjustments. He now has 11 points. We've got a timeout. Southside leads by 3 with 2:18 to go. Here's a look at the scoring summary. For Southside, George Harrell with 4 points, Alex Roper 16, Trey Grant 1, Cooper Watson now with 11 points, Jabron Sullivan, who fouled out of the ball game, with 10, Lee Prince 8, Jariah Bunda with 3, Matthew Rashidi with 2, while for Northside, Derek Shepard has 14 points, Antoine Thomas 4, Luke Young 23, Marco Smith 5, Devin Jones 2, Andrew Flake a big three-pointer with 3 points in the ball game. And right now it's the foul trouble that Southside has. They had Jabron Sullivan just foul out. You've got Cooper Watson along with Trey Grant both with 4 fouls. While really for Northside, Antoine Thomas along with Luke Young with 3 personal fouls. Not really any foul trouble for Northside. It's going to be an exciting 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Been a fun game, as I said earlier. It's just Battle of Rogers Avenue, what you want. You got the students here, and this is what you hope this place would be. You get a good crowd coming into the ball game, and you get a ball game like this. The girls' game wasn't close. Northside was able to open up a big lead in the first half. It wasn't a close ball game, but this game has been everything we hoped it would be. You look at Northside, too. Southside's done a very good job on Marco Smith. Marco Smith only has 5 points in the ball game. Northside will inbound. Southside going to put a little pressure in the backcourt. Roper on Shepard. Going to feed the high post to Marco Smith. He looks to go in on Bunda. Will take it to the hole, and we'll get the foul called on Bunda. It'll be his third personal foul.
Number 12,
Marco Smith will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. First one's off the rim, no good. He'll get a second one here. It's kind of interesting. Coach is going to take Luke Young off the line. Second free throw's up and it's good. Smith now with 6 points in the ball game. So get the ball to Trey Grant. He'll beat the double team. They'll get the ball in the front court to Bunda, who gets it over to Trey Grant, back to Cooper Watson. Watson's going to slow it down here. Again, Northside playing a man defense. Trey Grant will set up top. Gets it over to George Harrell. Harrell looks to penetrate in, gets the ball to Cooper Watson, who goes up strong, goes up again. 2 points. Nice work off the boards by Cooper Watson. Southside now leads by 4. Going to try to feed the high post again to Marco Smith. He wants to go to Bunda, and he actually pushed Bunda down. Marco Smith now with 8 points in the ball game. Southside going to take a timeout. Just as I said, Southside was able to hold Marco Smith down. He's now up to 8 points in the ball game. What Northside trying to do offensively is feed the high post and then maybe try to get the cutter with Luke Young. Try to him cut into the basket. Jeremiah Jackson will check back in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Southside going to stay with that group they've had out there. George Harrell, along with Alex Roper, Cooper Watson, Trey Grant, and Gerard Bunda, who's given Southside some very good minutes here in the ball game tonight. In fact, hit a big three-pointer at the end of the first half, and then had a steal by Lee Prince. And Southside was able to tie the game up at halftime, got all the momentum going, and was able to open up a 10-point lead in the second half while Northside fought back. Not sure what the Northside coaches are upset about as Cooper Watson will beat the press and they'll throw the ball away. Thought he was going to get the ball to Roper. And I think Roper stopped and got 1:06 to go here. Southside leads by 2. Exactly 1 minute to go in the ball game. Been a fun game. Little thing, Marco Smith in the post. Here's a 3 and away by Shepard, up and it's good. Northside now leads 58-57. Shepard having a big ball game here. He's up to 17 points, including 8 points here in the second half. And see what Coach Adams wants to do here, but Derek Shepard stepping up big with a three-pointer right there. Now has 17 points in the ball game. Northside leads. They haven't led since the end of the second period. They had a 5-point lead, and then it was tied at halftime, and Shepard hits the big 3 right there. And Southside needs to take care of the basketball here, maybe get a good shot, and maybe George Harrell will have a chance to step up and be the hero again tonight. Northside going to back up. Looks like they're going to pick up at half court. Get the ball to Cooper Watson. And the ball's going to be stolen by Antoine Thomas. The basket by Derek Shepard for 2 more. Not sure what's going on here. Northside leads 60-57 with 40.2 seconds to go here. Cooper Watson's going to foul out.
Foul call number 23 for Southside. Cooper Watson, his fifth.
That's a strange call, too. That's, well,
Antoine Thomas.
it's Antoine Thomas will go to the foul line with 2 free. I guess, who knows?
Back in the game for the Mavericks. Number
Shepard actually made the basket. He's the one that made the basket, and then they called a foul, I guess, off on the play on Cooper Watson. Hopefully they'll explain this to Coach Adams, what the call is going to be. And right now they don't have, not sure what's going on. Derek Shepard done a good job here at the end as they were able to get 2 more points, and they'll give him a basket, and then they'll call a foul on Cooper Watson, which is kind of an interesting call because of the way physical this game's been, there wasn't much going on down there, and who knows. I guess they're going to wave the basket off, and they'll call the foul. Let's see. Let's take those 2 points off for Shepard. Still has 17 points in the ball game. Northside leads by 1 with 46.2 seconds to go here.
at the line, shooting for Northside, number 10.
It's Antoine Thomas. He has 4 points in the ball game. He'll get 2 free throws here. What you got to watch too is you got Marco Smith on the line. You got to block him out. Free throw up and no good. Thomas will get a second free throw here. Thomas 2 for 4 from the foul line. Kind of interesting. They're going to take Marco Smith off the line. I'm not sure I would do that, but it's always a presence maybe to get that rebound. Second free throw's up, and it's good. Thomas now with 5 points in the ball game. Southside trails 59-57, just like last week. Maybe they could get a big 3 here. Northside wants to put some pressure on as Roper will beat the press. Gets the ball over to Bunda, back over to Grant. He'll set the offense. Swings it over to Roper. Roper will penetrate the lane and is pushed and fouled, and let's see. Bidler going to get Marco Smith. Actually, to Antoine Thomas. His 4th personal foul. Big free throws here for Southside. Chance to tie it up for Alex Roper. First free throw up, and it's good. Roper now with 17 points in the ball game. Going to have a timeout here. Like I said, too, this is what you will see in the Battle of Rogers Avenue. Is to see a game like this, both teams really getting after it, and it's just been a fun ball game to be able to call this ball game tonight. And just looking around at the big crowd here, you got the students really kind of yelling at each other, which makes it a lot of fun. You know, seeing the students get involved in it like they have tonight. And, it's going to be a big free throw here for Alex Roper, the chance to tie the game up. See what Northside wants to do on their possession. Obviously, what will happen here in the rest of the ball game will probably be determined by the free throw here. Again, you look at foul trouble. Antoine Thomas now with 4 fouls for Northside, while Jabron Sullivan has fouled out for Southside, along with Cooper Watson. Trey Grant has played really the bulk of the second half here with 4 fouls. It's been a fun game, though. It's been 2 games in a row for Southside that's really gone down to the wire, and this is another one right here. And see what Southside wants to do, and maybe see a little magic here in the last 21 seconds for the Mavs. They'll put Harrell and Rashidi on the foul line. I like that call. Big free throw here for Alex Roper. Free throw's up, and it's good. Southside going to put some pressure in the backcourt. Let's see if Northside wants to hold for the last shot. Shepard will bring the ball up against Roper. Over to Thomas. Back to Shepard. Shepard looks to penetrate in. He'll fire up a 3. It's up, no good. Fought for the rebound, pulled down by Bunda, and he's going to be fouled in the C. He was knocked down on the play, but no call. Going to go to overtime here. 4 more minutes of basketball. You had a play like that, though. Bunda actually tried to fire a shot up, but there was actually contact on the play. It reminds me of a few years ago, actually several years ago, when U.S. Reed played for the Razorbacks. Tried the same thing one time, and actually it was Texas A&M trying to get a shot off, and the guy actually charged into Reed trying to throw one up from half court, got a foul. Reed goes to foul line, no time on the clock to win the ball game. The key here, though, is you got to look at the Northside. I think would definitely have an advantage here in overtime would be the fact that Southside has had 2 starters foul out, and Sullivan along with Watson, and you got Trey Grant playing with 4 fouls. Still jump here, Rashidi and Marco Smith. Smith will control the tip. Shepard will bring it up. I'll tell you, Derek Shepard having a big ball game here with 17 points. It's Marco Smith's down on the court. Not sure what happened there.
Official timeout for an injury.
Hope the young man's okay. I'm not sure. They're looking at his elbow. Actually, no, he's got a bit of a limp. He's going to come off out of the ball game. Let's hope he's okay. As Devin Jones will check in for Smith. Well, Marco Smith's a young man. I know that he's got some colleges looking at him right now, and he looks like the type of a young man that he can fill out a little bit and got a chance to have a really good career on the next level. Northside will get the ball here. Southside done a better job in the second half on Luke Young, but it's really been Derek Shepard has been the difference for the Grizzlies here in the second half. Swing it over to Antoine Thomas, back to Shepard, who'll fire a 3 up. It's off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebounds. Rashidi gets it. Good strong rebound by Matthew Rashidi. Again, we have 4 minutes of overtime here. Trey Grant will get the ball in the front court. Gets over to Roper. Roper looks to penetrate in. Will fire up about an 8-footer. It's up and it's good. Alex Roper now with 20 points in the ball game leads the Mavs. 3 Mavs now in double figures. Watson along with Jabron Sullivan. Southside leads by 2. That zone defense has really kind of taken Luke Young out of the ball game. Now they'll feed it down low to Young. He'll get inside for 2 points. He's got 25 in the ball game, but had 17 at halftime. Northside going to put some pressure on. They get the ball to Rashidi. Back over to Trey Grant. To Roper. Fires up a 3 on the way. It's up. It's good! Alex Roper lighting it up here. 5 points in overtime. 2:18 to go here in the ball game. Actually in overtime. It's like Marco Smith going to check back in the ball game. That's good to see the young man on the side there. Northside going to slow it down with Alex Flake. Get the ball back to Derek Shepard. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Northside going to take a timeout with 7. They're going to check Smith back in the ball game. And what a great job by Alex Roper. Made the 2 free throws to send it to overtime, and he's got 5 points in the overtime. Definitely Alex Roper, your Maverick player of the game. 23 points in the ball game tonight. In fact, for Southside, you've got 23 for Roper. Cooper Watson finished with 13 before fouling out. Jabron Sullivan with 10 points. And let's go back to another young man that had a really good ball game so far. We haven't seen much here in the second half is Lee Prince Jr. with 8 points. He came in and really kind of took some pressure off of Southside when Trey Grant got in foul trouble and done a very good job, along with Dry Bunda has come in and given some good minutes. And also Matthew Rashidi has made some big plays for Southside. Off on Northside, Luke Young, a big ball game, 25 points. You got 17 points by Derek Shepard. We got Coach Michael Beaumont going to come up here. And Coach Beaumont, I'm going to tell you, this is one of those games where your armpits can't stay dry. It's been a great game. This is what you want for Ballard Rogers Avenue.
Keith, what an environment tonight. Isn't it great to see all these young people having this kind of fun and having a great time? I mean, this is great for the community right here. And if there's anybody in Fort Smith looking for something to do for the next minute and 48 seconds, I got a great place for you to be.
And it's fun to watch the students, too, get in this. This is what the Ballard Rogers Avenue is all about.
100%. And it's just so exciting to see them all here. We have a little over 2,000 in sales tonight. That didn't include a lot of our students and dance teams. And, there's a great pass there.
Coach, here in the overtime, it's been Alex Roper who got the big basket, actually the 2 free throws to send it to overtime, and then 5 points in the overtime. Southside going to hold it here for a bit. Get it to Roper.
Huge, wasn't it?
Here's a look for Harrell for 3 up, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. Northside going to push to the front court. Shepard's had a good ball game for Northside, and obviously Young had the big, start with 25 points, but Shepard's been the difference in the second half. Ball on the ground, and should be Southside ball.
Well, I'm trying to see what
Northside went out of bounds with the basketball.
They're going to give Northside a timeout right here.
Well, Coach, I can't say a lot about that because he didn't have possession of the ball. There shouldn't have been a timeout. That should be a turnover.
I agree. I mean, I want both teams to win, but you got to have possession before you can call a timeout right there.
Well, that's one. Yeah, you got to have the ball. But what a great game though in the Ballard Rogers Avenue. This is what we like to see. And you've got 2 teams evenly matched, and this Southside team really. The victory last week, I kind of equate it to what happened with the football team last year at Harbor, coming back winning the ball. You get some good things happen to you. You see the confidence growing and the things they've been able to do here. They've been in foul trouble. They've had 2 guys foul out. Grant's played the whole second half with 4 fouls. And you've had some young men step up like Matthew Rashidi, Dry Bunda have come off the bench, getting some good minutes.
Well, what you're seeing, I think, is what I hope a whole lot of people are seeing in the community, especially on this side of town. We're seeing a Southside boys basketball team getting better and better and better each week. And then, a big victory last week, Friday night, with the big 3 shot there hit by Harrell there to win it. little confidence, little growing, and this is what it's about. This is a lot of fun, right?
And you've got some young men too, like Lee Prince Jr. coming in the ball game, gave Southside some good minutes, and then you look on the other side of the court at some of these Northside kids. Look at Marco Smith. He fills out a little bit. That young man's going to be quite a college player.
Well, he looks good out there at times, doesn't he? He does some things you're like, wow, that's it.
Yeah,
Right
I wish
there.
I could jump like that.
Me too. Good Lord.
Trey Grant going to put a little pressure on, and there's going to be.
Well, I thought that was going to be a charge, but it's a block call.
That's the toughest call, but it's kind of like pass interference a lot of times. That's probably, to me, that is the toughest call in basketball right there.
Yeah, especially with the shot clock winding down right there. But
Blake will get 2 free throws. First one's up and no good. A lot of these calls, though, too, Coach, you'll see and you think, well, maybe that should be a charge. But a lot of times you'll see the player kind of back his chest up a little bit, and then that really is a good call, though.
Yep.
Second free throw by Flakes off and no good. Roper tries to get the save. That's a tough break for the Mavs. Would you ever expect, though, a game like this to go to overtime?
I was secretly praying, and I'm going to let you know that I'm also voting for double overtime.
And I got a question for you, too, though, Coach, and we get a chance here, I'll ask you this, but I watch these people do there's a 3 on the way by Shepard that's no good, and there's a rebound by Young, and it's off and no good. Trey Grant gets the rebound for the Mavs. Southside will get the ball up.
And there's a foul.
And that's the guy you probably want to foul, Rashidi. I got a question for you, though. You got the walk-ons challenge.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, the girl that got up there, and actually our quarterback Zimmerman, both of them almost put that in to get the lifetime or the year food.
A year's worth of walk-ons.
Can we trade that card around?
Well, what I told them was between me, you, and Buzz, if somebody hits the lifetime, it's a buy one, get one. That has to include me and you when we go into the restaurant.
I think so, and if me and Buzz ever were to do something like that, well, all we have to do is make a free throw.
That's exactly right. Really appreciative for walk-ons doing that for our kids.
Yeah, walk-ons is really great for the
Yes,
community, things they do, and really great place to eat. Here's a big free throw by Rashidi.
Wow.
Miss right there.
Wow.
Northside with a chance here.
That could have made it 2 possessions. Now I'm going to get my
nice move by Marco Smith. He's got 10 points in the ball game. They're going to foul Roper.
Wow, it's going to come down to free throws.
That's 4 fouls on Derek Shepard. Now Shepard just got a bit, he was just a bit step away, I think, from right there. But Northside only really goes 7 deep.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unusual for a Northside team. They usually go a little bit deeper, and it kind of changes a lot of what you want to do. But what I like about Northside is I like Young and Marco Smith down low as George Harrell goes to the foul line. Well, I'll tell you, free throws are big here at the end of the ball game.
Yep. Luke Young for the Grizzlies. He's played a hell of a game tonight, hasn't he? He's done a great job.
Solid ball game.
Yep.
25 points working the inside. And Southside did a better job on him in the second half. Really kind of changed it up to his zone defense. But then that kind of opened up for Derek Shepard. He had a big second half here as he's up to 17 points now. So
Shepard does so many things well. He shoots the ball well, but he's got great command of the floor. That kid kind of runs the show out there.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of size, but I'll tell you what, he does a very good job. Got a nice touch from the three-point line. Can do it all. But, it's just been a fun game. And tonight, just watching these teams go at it, changing your defense up. Northside maybe trying to pick up a little half-court trap, backing up a little bit, doing some different things. Southside switching to that zone defense has really kind of changed some things up. And I'll tell you, this is a big free throw right here.
Well, I think what you've seen, too, by both coaches, a lot of strategy tonight on what they've been doing to try to see how they can figure out a way to find a weakness on each other's team.
We almost kind of think that in this situation what Coach Adams may want to try to do here is make the free throw and then maybe try to do a little half-court coverage there, maybe try to force Northside to work some timeout. Actually, Northside has no timeouts left, so second free throw's up and off no good as Marco Smith gets the rebound. They'll get it to Shepard. Shepard wants to push it up. They'll swing it down low. And
out of bounds.
Southside going to get it.
Wow. Keith, this has been a heck of a ball game.
Timeout taken by Southside. It is a full
So Coach Adams done a really good job with this Southside group, and he's got some sophomores on this team. We haven't seen Matt Williams tonight, but he's been playing a lot this year. And like I said, they're going to bring Lee Prince into the ball game, which I think is a very good move to bring him into the game. And so I want to give credit to Gerard Bunda stepping up.
100%. That kid has played well tonight.
Coming up, taking Sullivan's place out there, hit the big three at the end of the first half. And then Matthew Rashidi, what he's done here in the second half, with Cooper Watson fouling out of the ball game, stepping up and really kind of taking down low and making some things happen. And, it's a team game.
That's right.
And you see a lot of things happen that, you don't see it in the scorebook.
That's right.
The things they do on the floor, it's those top players that give you that second effort that makes a difference.
Now, Keith, in this last 0.8 of a second, I want to go down to make sure we get everybody out of here safely and everybody has a good evening. But Keith, appreciate what you do, and I tell you what, it's a great basketball game tonight. I hate to have a loser tonight, but the Mavs looks like they're going to pull this one out.
Yeah, Coach, I want to say this before you get out here. We appreciate everything, the work that y'all have done with Buzz Sawyer bringing up, setting this up with the Maverick TV and everything, being able to watch the screen tonight. And I think it's going to be a great thing for us going forward.
Lots of improvements coming for you guys.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yes, sir.
There's 0.8 to go here. Going to get the ball in. They're going to get a foul. And that's your ball game. Northside wanted to get a tee, but that's not a tee because the clock ran out. That's Derek Shepard. He's out of the ball game. Luke Young trying to get a technical foul, but that's not a technical. They're going to put they're going to put 0.5 on the clock. You can't move and get that much time.
At the line for Southside, number 3,
Alex Roper will get 2 free throws here. Again, Southside ahead 64-63. You almost got to try to make the first one, and then I don't know if you want to make the second one or not. But Alex Roper, you're definitely your player of the game with 24 points, 2 free throws to send it to overtime, and then he has 7 points here in the overtime. He's been the difference maker for the Mavs with their continuing foul trouble. Second free throw up, and it's good. And that's your ball game. Southside going to win 66-63 as Southside students going to try to get out on the floor. Southside going to win 66-63. That's a 2-game winning streak for the Mavs. Let's run down the scoring for tonight's overtime victory for the Mavs. George Harrell, 4 points. Alex Roper, your player of the game for Southside with 25 points. Trey Grant, 1 point. Did a great job playing with 4 fouls in the second half. Cooper Watson, 13. Jabron Solon, a big ball game with 10 points. Lee Prince, a great job coming off the bench for Grant with 8 points. Gerard Bunda, a big 3 points. Played well at the end. Matthew Rashidi, 2 points, but what he did defensively and on the floor for Southside was a big difference. While for Northside, you had Shepard with 17, Antoine Thomas, 5, Luke Young, your leading scorer, 25, Marco Smith, 10, Devin Jones, 2, Alex Blake, 3, as Southside will win 66-63 in overtime. Southside will return to action this Friday night here at Maverick Arena as they take on the Fayetteville Bulldogs. I want to thank everybody for watching Maverick TV tonight. We'll see you Friday night, and go Mavs!